Okay, let's see some examples. Example 1, solve square root of the quantity 5x plus 2 equals 2. This is a pretty straightforward one because there's only one square root. The square root is already isolated on one side of the equation. There's no square root of blah, 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 and then a plus 18 or something on the outside of the square root, right? So to solve this, I just square both sides. The index is 2, it's the square root. So I raise both sides, so I square both sides. Then the left side would just become 5x plus 2, because this square and the square root cancel. So that's 5x plus 2 equals 4, because the 2 squared is 4. Then I isolate the x term. So all I did here was I took the 2 here, put this term on the other side, it becomes minus 2. 4 minus 2 is 2. And then I'm just going to cross multiply this 5. X equals 2/5. Now I take that and check it by plugging it into the original equation. 5 times 2/5 plus 2, square root of that whole thing. These are usually pretty easy to check because things reduce. So you end up the 5's reducing, and then you get square root of 2 plus 2. That's square root of 4, which is 2. So my answer is 2. And that checks. That's what I was supposed to get. See, 2. So that one worked. Yay. Okay, next example. So usually I would put a box around the x equals 2/5 here. Let's do it now. Let's go back a little. So after checking that, then I would go in here. Oops, sorry. And I would put a box around it. All right. You would take it, you might put a box around it so that you make sure you copy the right thing, and then take that and put it on the computer. Okay. This one's a little more complicated because there's 2 square roots and there's a third term. So 3 terms and two of them are square roots. So I've already got a square root isolated. That's this one here. So I just need to square both sides. When you square the right side, make sure that you square the whole right side. This goes in parentheses. Right? The whole right side gets squared. So on the left, you just get x plus 4. On the right, you're going to have to multiply this out. So, right? I'm just using this perfect square. This binomial is actually the binomial theorem for index 2. You need to know this formula. So I took, if you look at it, I took the first one squared plus twice the product of these 2. So that'll be minus because this is negative 2. So this 2 is here, and this is the twice the number, right? Twice the product of these 2. So that's what this is. Plus this one squared, which is 4 actually. I wrote 2 squared, but it's okay. So you can see the formula in there. Multiply everything out, right? So I still have x plus 4 on the left equals x plus 20 minus 4 square root of the quantity x plus 20 plus 4. Combine like terms. Well, the 4's actually cancel. There's a 4 on both sides of the equation, so you can just subtract both sides of the equation by 4. There's an x on both sides of the equation, so you subtract x from both sides, and those drop off. Now, the left side isn't nothing, it's 0, right? You're canceling by subtracting, actually. So 0 equals 20 minus 4 square root of x plus 20. So I just moved that minus 4 square root of x plus 20, I moved it to the left side of the equation since it's negative, and that will make it positive. Right? Moving a term to the opposite side makes it the opposite sign. So I end up getting 4 times the square root of the quantity x plus 20 equals 20. Then you just cross multiply with the 4. And you get this over here, square root of x plus 20 equals 20 over 4. Remember, we're solving an equation. This is actually 5, right? So I square both sides, and I just simplified the 20 over 4 to 5. Okay, and that'll be x plus 20 equals 25. Move the term 20 to the right side, it becomes minus 20, and you end up with x equals 5. And now you check your answer in the original. So the left side, they both have square roots. So I just did the left side, the original is the one right here. So the left side is square root of 5 plus 4, which is square root of 9, which is 3. These usually come out pretty nicely. And then the right side is square root of 5 plus 20. Oops, sorry, 5 square root of 5, I'm putting in the 5 here. Square root of 25, which is 5 minus 3, which is 3. Oh, sorry, 5 minus 2, which is 3. So that one checks. I wrote it out here for you. So that checks. I did a couple extra steps to the 5. Yeah, so my answer is x equals 5.